Yo, what's up, everyone? It's Pixie, and I felt really drawn to kind of do something a little bit different for my December Outlook video. I am here attempting to share what I am getting about the current planetary energies that are happening. One of the things that I'm getting right now is that a lot of people might be feeling this sense of, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I here? What is the meaning of my life? Why am I doing the things that I'm doing? What is the greater purpose behind these things? And you might be feeling really out of sync and out of touch with a higher calling, spirit. But the interesting thing is, spirit is being very subtle right now. Neptune has been retrograding and now it's stopped and it's about to be going forwards again, but currently right now it's kind of stopped. And it kind of gives this pause and it feels like a silence. It feels like spirit isn't really there right now, but it is. And it's really challenging each and every one of us to connect in again with our deeper motivations and reasons for why we do things. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. And if you imagine, like, Venus is like, oh, it's like what we love and it's what we value and cherish and what we invest into, what we invest our energy into. Neptune is like the even more like spiritual version of that. So it's really like what makes us want to transcend all limitations in order to do this thing. And it sometimes has the energy of like saving and savior and being closer with God, being closer with our spirit. It can also be that deeper calling, that purpose, that mission, that thing that you just really feel like has to be done. And it's not impulsive and it's not strong and hard. It has very wobbly energy and very like flowy energy and fantasy. And it is that essence of a calling, and you might feel called to do something. And right now, what you may have been feeling over the last like few months is that you had kind of started to maybe get a sense of your calling, and then it's very much like the tango. It's been like, oh, I make progress, and then it kind of dims, and then I make progress, then it kind of goes back. And each time we've been like reconnecting and strengthening our purpose, but it feels like more and more recently, especially over Scorpio season, it kind of feels like our connection to spirit might have felt like it's kind of coming to a halt. I really want to encourage everyone to really do that work of like finding those things that get you into that transcendental state. Think about the idea of transcending. It can really help you overcome the hardest of issues. So as you refresh your connection with spirit or connection with a deeper meaning, it can be a positive thing. And you might find yourself in different situations, like maybe in career, you need to reconnect with purpose to help you transcend the obstacles that are happening in your career. But for example, in your relationships, reality, which is the opposite of Neptune, reality is reared its ugly head, and Mars is still in Scorpio. We still may need to do the work in this, our psychological realm, in our fears. So sometimes we call upon Neptune energy to avoid and escape, and we choose to fantasize about certain things because the emotional reality is too uncomfortable. You're still going to have to do the purging. You're still going to have to challenge yourself to do the inner transformations. What are you still holding on to out of insecurity? What are you still holding on to out of wanting to like feel powerful or wanting to feel in control? And what you'll find is that there's actually more power in yielding. What you'll find is those good relationships, like, they will survive you just like letting go. And in fact, the relationship becomes so much more healthier when you can kind of like ease up on that scorpionic fixed hold. So if you find yourself like being like fucking Scorpio the Claw, holding on to lots of shit. You can recognize its unhealthiness by the intensity of it. And I would super recommend challenging yourself to let go of things right now. It's 1818 right now. I don't know who that's for. But go do it. I did a meditation on Patreon recently. It's up on there at my $30 tier, where you get access to all of my Patreon content, all of my lessons, all of my classes, and all of my intuitive messages. Did a meditation around the Scorpio energy of letting things go, allowing things to fall. As you yield to this sense of like powerlessness, you actually find a part of you that is more powerful, that can survive death, that can survive letting go, that can survive transformations of the personality, that can survive the death of relationships, and actually can survive the natural processes that life is giving us. Sometimes relationships, it's time, and you don't need to be in control of its ending. You don't need to be in control of its ending. And this is in both spectrums, and you don't need to be the one that is preventing its ending with that control. And you don't need to be the one that is controlling its ending by being the one that is cutting it off so harshly. It's like someone could have done something shit that would naturally create distance in the relationship. And I think sometimes my awareness of the distance, I'd be like, okay, let's do that. Like, let me take control of this natural ending process. It doesn't even need to be completely ending, but there is just some kind of natural process that is starting to happen that is a withering or a decaying. And it can be a transformation of the relationship into a new fucking phase if you just allow it. And I sometimes realize that I was taking over and taking control of a relationship where I'm not the one that has actually taken the action that has caused the natural decaying, but I'm not allowing the natural process of somebody else's actions to take effect. Therefore, I am kind of robbing another person of their autonomy to repair or make the effort or take ownership or responsibility or take back their power in how to bridge the gap of their doings or of their actions in this relationship. And you'll actually find that as you kind of let go of the leaves, the dead leaf. If you're a magic tree, like, I'm holding on to my dead leaves and I don't want to let go because it makes me feel powerful. You're like, I don't like let those go. What you'll notice and like let the natural process happen is like, you know, they'll come swing by your DMs. If, you know, they're the one that kind of took the action that set out the decaying of the relationship. And on your side, if you want to maintain a relationship that you're noticing is like the natural, like, let go of, then maybe that's time where from a different space in yourself, not from a place of control, not from a place of trying to be that fixed Scorpio vibe, but from a place of surrender and a place of appreciation, from a place of Taurus, you would like to continue to sustain the relationship. I don't know who this is for. I'm just literally chatting shit right now, but it's for someone, so I'm just gonna go with it. During this time, for everyone, you know, we are still gonna having to be working through our deeper shit. The Sun and Mercury might be in Sagittarius, which is fantastic. Our spirit is orientating itself to wanting to learn new things and expand itself and think about bigger ideas. Which all kind of feel great, but then in the background, Mars is still in Scorpio, bitch. Mars is still in Scorpio, and it's at 22 degrees right now, so I don't know when it fucking gets out of fucking... I should probably check that before these kind of videos, but hey, you can find out yourself. We're still in there for a bit, which basically means that, like, parts of our personality, parts of our spirit, parts of our mind are starting to move forwards into like this new, fresher energy, this mutable fire, this I want to expand, I want to move, I want to explore, I want to learn, I want to absorb different information that intuitively resonates with me and causes an expansion of my spirit and my soul. I want to learn more about astrology. I want to connect with the truth of the cosmos. I want to tune into my own intuition and use the things around me, or connect with the truths around me, or the truths of the things that I learned in Scorpio season to expand my own spirit. But your energy and your motivation, and I guess how I understand Mars is like the circle of Mars is spirit. And then it has a little arrow, and it's like your spirit is directing you through something. And it's like your energy and your motivation, that is still in the heavy sign of Scorpio. It's very intense, it can be very powerful, and it can lead to a lot of transformations, but it's just like, you know, it can seem a bit of a conflict where it's like, oh, the Sag light energy is all happening, and it's all, you can kind of sense it, but our spirit and our energy reserves are still a little bit behind right now, and that's okay. But yeah, if you've been feeling like a little bit kind of behind, maybe you are fearing falling behind as well, this is temporary. Go through the necessary letting go through the necessary purgings that you need to. Allow yourself to find the part of you that is powerful underneath the surface of it all. Find that part of you that transcends death. Find that part of you that can allow everything in its life to walk away from it, and find that power in you. And don't make it about like control. You want to surrender. The conditions around this must be like, you must be able to like surrender to a force that is higher than you. So whether that's like the mystery, the unknown, nature, the natural process of death, there's a yielding and there's a surrender, but there's also a deep reserve of power, but it's very humbling, and it's very underneath a lot of the layers, and it's very underneath the surface. It's a very deep part of you, because you can survive anything. Obviously, you know, physical body, you know, you can't survive actual death, but there is a part of you that can, you know, in beliefs around reincarnation and energy never being destroyed. So I hope this video shines a light where you needed it. If you'd like to listen to more of my content, I'd appreciate that, because I like making content. If you're an intuitive or an artist, you might have been feeling kind of out of sync or out of tune with spirit's messages. Maybe you've had to change up how you can do things right now. It's not happening the easy way anymore. It's not happening how you used to do it. That will pass. Just reconnect right now with the purpose of why you're doing things. An intention that I made for this video is just, I just want to help people. I don't care about being right. I don't care about being wrong. I don't care if I'm off. I just want to help, and this is what you got, and I hope it does. I hope it does its job, and if it doesn't, then it's fine. This was very therapeutic for myself. I'll be keeping an eye on the comments too, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Please ask. And yeah, I'd love to hear about what you're going through right now, and if there's any advice I can give, then I'm happy to share what I've got. But yeah, take care of yourselves, guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.